Zuck the cuck drinks water like a duck, but he also drinks your data. So tell him and Google to shove your data up their schwing-schwangs by downloading the Brave browser. It's free, blocks online advertising, and protects your privacy and data from evil tech companies. You only see ads if you want to see them, and you get cryptocurrency for your attention. Don't let Zuck use you to make a buck. Download Brave by clicking on the link down below.
Howdy, lieutenants and economists. The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com. Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids.
And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Morning, children. Aaron, I'm a repeat customer. I have Poor Richard's retirement, curse with a high IQ, and enjoy the decline. That's a good start. I'll purchase Reconnaissance Man next. On my next question, where in the world can a free man really live anymore? I'm currently betting on the market to fail within the next 2 years. If the market, you don't know when that's going to happen. Just this, you're relying on shit outside of your control. Okay, just have a plan, have a strategy, and then hey, if you got some money in the market and it goes the way you want, good, then it's bonus. But don't go, well, my plans are all contingent on the market dropping 50%. If the market drops just 50% like it has the past several recessions, I have enough to retire on. I'm currently living on $20,000 a year, give or take a few bucks. I'm currently 36 years old. I want to come for retirement before I'm 40. Don't we all, kid? Don't we all? I see Democrats trying to increase taxes, increase borrowing, and both parties trying to limit, if not take away, our rights. Where in the world can I go live? When my funds hit optimum levels, I plan on traveling places I may want to live. My interests are simple. I like to ride motorcycles, I like camping and fishing, and I enjoy target shooting because I see that as a skill. Well, a lot of the countries in the world, you're not going to be able to shoot guns. The United States is somewhat rare in that regard. What other factors should I consider? MGTOW guys talk a lot about Southeast Asia. Not sure if that's for me, but I may be wrong. I like a video response. All right. I don't know where you should go because you are you. And as per Reconnaissance Man and your plan, you want to go and travel. And that is going to take at least 10 years of your life to go and travel. And it's going to be work. It's not going to be, it'll be fun. But if you really want to do a good job of it, you're going to have to go and get boots on the ground and go see these places for yourself. So this list is not an all-encompassing list. It may not even be for you. You got to go and find out. But I'll give you a list of countries here, and it will not be until you go and visit those countries do you know which country is for you. And keep in mind, you want something for a free man. Well, there's no such thing. Malta, maybe, but good luck getting in there. What else? Antarctica's pretty free, but there's not a lot of people there, not a lot of stuff to do there. There's some penguins. What else? And keep in mind, a lot of this is going to be continued. You may pay, like Thailand has, I think 30-40% taxes. A lot of these places have the taxes. It's the cost of living that's going to make you free, where you'll be pulling your income from first world countries. You have a first world income, but you'll have second or third world living expenses. And in that sense, you'll be free even though the government's going to take 40% of your income. So it all really depends. What I'm starting to put more value on is stability, where I look at Asian countries where they're stable, they're homogenous, and you are truly just a guest at their country to live there quietly and not bother anyone, and then die and leave them all alone. So I could, Europe, they just let's import everybody and let's have tax, let's have the welfare. It's for obvious reasons, as I know you. But that's another thing where, communist China is, not really communist, but it's not free. They're not a free people. But if you just shut up, I can't even say they're homogenous because there's quite a diverse group, but they have a culture. It's Chinese culture. You will speak Cantonese or Mandarin. So we go there. All right. Where can a man live free anymore? Currently betting in the market. I'm not going to read that. All right. So I'm going to pull up the map. I'm going to pull up the global map. I'm just going to go through the global map. And I'm going to tell you which countries and areas I think are pretty good. All right, let's get one. This looks nice and clean and crisp. Okay. Let's start in the Western Hemisphere. You might want to consider Belize. Belize is a place to consider. Some people recommend Chile. That's another place to consider. Some people say Costa Rica, but Costa Ricans don't like Americans. And corruption and all that other stuff. Panama might be a place for you to consider. And then if you're okay with island life, there's a handful of islands in the Caribbean and Atlantic. There's Bermuda, the Bahamas, and Cayman Islands. There's another couple tax havens and protectorates, but you're going to be stuck on an island. So maybe you get residency there, and then you go from there. And that's about it. Then you go over the Atlantic. And here it's shit. I can't recommend any place in Africa to live. Maybe to check out Morocco. That might be fun. If you're okay with post-collapse economies, Spain might be a place to go and consider. Talk to Vox Day. He has retired to Italy. There are hamlets within Italy. I didn't like Italy. If you're okay with cold and you can marry into it, Norway will take care of you. They got a huge sovereign wealth fund because of all the oil they got. Everyone there is technically a millionaire. And they are pretty homogenous, but again, you gotta live in Norway. And then let's go into Eastern Europe. The standards are Poland, Bulgaria, because they're not letting all the immigrants in. That'll change. They're not that big of populations, and I'm sure the younger generation, they'll know better than the older generation. We'll just vote to have that in. There's also Slovenia, Moldova. Let me get a map of Eastern Europe, because they keep changing. There we go. Czech Republic might be something worth checking out. Croatia. I'm not sure about Serbia and Bosnia. They're cheap living, but very highly corrupt. Like Romania, very highly corrupt. Cheap living, but very Belarus, Ukraine, same thing. The Baltics. There's another one. The Baltics. Those are something to consider. It's cold. It's dark. It's windy if you're by the North Sea there, or the Baltic Sea rather. But Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, they're very advanced. They hate communism still. So I would check out the Baltics if you want to have something to sink your teeth into. The Middle East, fuck it. Just fuck the Middle East. About the only one I'd consider there would be Dubai. But that is a highly transitory community and no one really stays there. It's worth checking out. United Arab Emirates. Check that out. But I don't, Iran, Iraq, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. India, maybe. If you want to chill out and be left alone, maybe. But I'm not a fan of it. And then we have Southeast Asia, which is where every horny middle-aged Westerner man is going. Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Laos. What else? We got the main ones there. I'm just looking at. Some people, Vietnam. They recommend Vietnam, but it also is a communist country, technically at the top echelons. So there's a lot of capital controls. I've heard good things about Malaysia and Indonesia. Thailand, everyone's Thailand, but that may be becoming overpopulated. The Philippines is something else to consider. Philippines. And then I would not recommend China because of its corruption, pollution, and everything like that. But if you're willing to learn the language and be a gaijin, you could go to Japan. I would also check out South Korea. But again, this is not going to be the laid-back country that you're expecting Taiwan, maybe. Atham went there. He had kind things to say about it. But those are options to consider. I would not go to Australia. Not go to Australia. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? What did I do? Lithuania. It's part of Russia. Yeah, those are the places. So there's your list. There's your list of where I'd go. Keep in mind the taxes may be high. Corruption may be high. But when we're talking freedom, we're talking that you're left the fuck alone. Like the Philippines, perfect example, that Durante guy, he's a hard ass. Like, but as long as you don't deal drugs and you keep to your own, you know, it's a pretty cheap place to live. What's his name? Matt Tran, Engineered Truth. He swears by the Philippines. He bought a condo out there. He loves it out there. but beside me giving you a list, I can't tell you what to do until you travel to these places. So you're going to have to go there because, you know, I may love Malaysia. You may hate it for reasons that are specific to our personalities and our preferences and traits. I may hate Belize. You may love Belize. Again, to our specific traits. But there's your list. There's your list. I looked at the map. I looked at everything. That's what I recommend you do. So, all right. I'm sure some MGTOWs will have some recommendations in the comments below. See you guys later. Toodles.